While waiting for Virgin River Season 7, watch Netflix's trending new series. You know what's the cruelest game Netflix plays with us? They give us a town like Virgin River, fill it with romance, heartbreak, betrayals, shocking cliffhangers, and then they make us wait months, sometimes years, for the next season. And I don't know about you, but waiting for Virgin River Season 7 has felt like waiting for Jack to finally propose. Painful, slow, and full of will they, won't they tension. But here's the twist. While we're sitting here refreshing the Netflix homepage, desperate for a premiere date, Netflix just dropped a trending new series that might be the forbidden knowledge cure to our Virgin River withdrawal. And trust me when I say this, it's so eerily similar, so emotionally gripping, that it feels like Netflix secretly cloned Virgin River and wrapped it in cowboy boots. Now here's my question for you. Are we ready to betray Mel and Jack with a new small-town romance? Or is this just a rebound relationship with another show until Season 7 arrives? Because today, we're diving into 8,000 Tomorrows, Netflix's trending romantic western that's turning heads, breaking hearts, and giving Virgin River fans a temporary fix. But let's not sugarcoat it. There's a painful truth here. Virgin River fans are suffering. Season 6 left us dangling. Mel's shocking family revelation. Jack's struggles with responsibility. The entire town caught in webs of secrets. And Netflix said, don't worry, we renewed it for Season 7 and 8. But what good is that if we don't know when we're getting them? That's the problem. The excruciating wait. The cliffhanger hangover. And the aching need for something that even comes close to filling the Virgin River void. So what if I told you Netflix is hiding your rebound show in plain sight? What if I told you there's a series with the same small-town charm, the same chemistry-heavy romance, the same gut-punching secrets, but with a western twist that makes it even more raw and heartbreaking? Here's the secret, it's called 8,000 Tomorrows. And it's trending now on Netflix, even though it's technically not even new. This show was originally buried in a smaller streaming service, and barely anyone noticed. But now that it's on Netflix in 2025, it's exploding, and suddenly everyone's whispering, wait, is this the next Virgin River? And this is where I need every single one of you to hit that subscribe button. Because if you live for these breakdowns, the forbidden connections, and the hidden gems that Netflix doesn't promote enough, I promise, subscribing will make sure you never miss out on the next secret I uncover. So let's break it down. 1,000 Tomorrows follows bull rider Cody Gunner and barrel racer Allie Daniels. Think about that for a second. This isn't your polished small-town love story. It's a gritty western romance where love feels dangerous, costly, and impossible. Cody carries the weight of grief and rage. Allie carries secrets that could shatter them both. And yet, when they collide, it's explosive. If Virgin River gave us the comfort of small-town living, 1,000 Tomorrows throws us into the dust and danger of rodeos and the fragile, aching heartbeat of two broken souls trying to find a reason to believe in love again. Sounds intense, right? But here's the forbidden knowledge. Netflix doesn't want you to think about this series is actually based on a Christian romance novel by Karen Kingsbury. And before you click away, hear me out, because while faith plays a role in the story, it's not preachy, it's raw. It's about clinging to love and hope in a world that keeps tearing you down. And honestly, doesn't that sound exactly like the soul of Virgin River? Think about Mel losing her husband, Jack struggling with his PTSD, the town hiding endless secrets. Isn't it all about pain, healing, and faith, in love, in people, in second chances? That's the forbidden connection that makes these shows feel like spiritual twins. Now here's where things get even juicier. Virgin River is based on Robin Carr's 22-book series. That's why Netflix has enough material to keep us fed through Season 8 and beyond. But 1,000 Tomorrows is based on Kingsbury's Cody Gunner book series, which doesn't just stop at one story. There's a sequel, Just Beyond the Clouds. And if this Netflix release keeps trending, we could be looking at a brand new franchise quietly blooming right under our noses. But let's pause here, because I want to hear from you. Imagine you're Mel Monroe, waiting for Jack, but someone new rides into town, mysterious, rugged, carrying secrets you can't resist. Do you wait for Jack, or do you explore this new romance? Comment below and tell me, would you stay loyal to Virgin River, or are you giving 1,000 Tomorrows a chance? And yes, I'll admit, I've already cheated. I pressed play, and now I'm hooked, because 1,000 Tomorrows has that same magic formula we crave. The slow burn glances, the emotional gut punches, the scenic backdrops that make you want to pack your bags and move to a fictional world. Except instead of a cozy cabin in Virgin River, it's the roar of rodeos in the wide open skies of the West. So here's the forbidden layer nobody is daring to admit out loud. 1,000 Tomorrows might actually be Netflix's test run for life after Virgin River. Think about it. Virgin River has been the crown jewel of Netflix's small-town romance empire for years, pulling in millions of viewers. But no show runs forever. Even with 22 books, there comes a point where the story slows, the cliffhangers get recycled, and the spark fades. Netflix knows this. And what do they always do? They plant the seeds for the next obsession before the current one ends. And what better seed than a show that looks, feels, and bleeds like Virgin River, but adds the dangerous thrill of Western grit? It's like Netflix is whispering, when you're ready to move on, we've got you covered. Now let's get brutally honest. Does 1,000 Tomorrows have the same level of polish? No. It's rough around the edges. The dialogue sometimes feels more like reading straight from the novel than the fluid banter we're used to in Virgin River. But isn't that what makes it fascinating? It feels raw, like watching the first draft of Virgin River's DNA. And here's the kicker: Virgin River itself didn't start as Netflix's golden child. Remember when season 1 quietly dropped back in 2019? Nobody expected it to become a phenomenon. Critics shrugged, fans trickled in slowly. But then word of mouth, the emotional gut punches, the community, you couldn't ignore it. Suddenly, it was trending every time a new season launched. And now we're watching 8,000 Tomorrows repeat that exact cycle. Quiet debut, niche appeal, then boom, it explodes on Netflix, climbing into the trending charts. DG vu anyone? So let's play a little game. Imagine you're Netflix. You've got Virgin River signed on through season 8. You've got Mel, Jack, Doc, Preacher, an entire town of characters fans are obsessed with. But you also know fans are greedy. We want more. More romance, more tears, more will they, won't they? Do you bet everything on one show, or do you secretly groom a successor in the background? That's the forbidden knowledge here. Netflix doesn't just renew, it experiments. And 1,000 Tomorrows is the experiment you're not supposed to notice. Now, I want to hear from you directly. Drop it in the comments. If Netflix put both Virgin River Season 7 and 8,000 Tomorrows Season 2 on the homepage tomorrow, which one are you clicking first? And don't leave, I'll know. And let me confess something. When I hit play on 1,000 Tomorrows, I expected a cheap filler until Mel and Jack came back. But instead, I found myself genuinely crying, yes, crying, over Cody Gunner's pain and Allie's heartbreaking secret. And I'm not even embarrassed. Okay, maybe a little embarrassed. I mean, how many times can I fall for fictional couples who make terrible decisions? At this point, I need an intervention. But isn't that the beauty of these shows? They trick us. We go in for a light romance, and suddenly we're knee-deep in grief, faith, trauma, and healing. It's the same rollercoaster ride Virgin River put us on, except now the horses are real, the stakes feel wilder, and the sunsets look like paintings. And here's a callback for my loyal Breakdown Epic viewers. Remember when I said in my Virgin River Season 6 breakdown that Netflix was going to test new romances to see what clicks with audiences? Well, hello, this is exactly that test. They're watching us right now, seeing if we'll stream this show enough to justify a Season 2. We are literally writing Netflix's future with every click. So if you want the next Virgin River style obsession to survive, you know what to do. But let me stir the pot a little more. Some fans are already whispering, what if Netflix goes bold and does a Virgin River x 1,000 Tomorrows crossover? Picture this, Jack and Mel take a vacation out west, stumble into Cody and Allie's world, and suddenly, universes collide. Okay, maybe that's my inner fanfiction brain talking, but hey, stranger things have happened. And don't pretend you wouldn't binge, watch that crossover. Now before we close this out, I've got a poll for you. Team Loyalty, sticking with Virgin River until the end. Team Rebound, giving 8,000 Tomorrows a shot while we wait. Or Team Both, because let's be honest, we're all emotionally greedy when it comes to romance shows. Vote in the comments, cause I want to see which camp you're in. And maybe I'll roast the losing team in my next breakdown. Light roasting only. Unless you betray Virgin River, then it's full roast. So here's my final thought. Waiting for Virgin River Season 7 is torture. We all know that. But instead of rewatching old episodes for the 100th time, which I've done, guilty as charged, Netflix just handed us a new obsession. It's raw, it's romantic, it's messy, and it's trending. And whether 8,000 Tomorrows becomes Netflix's proper heir to Virgin River, or just a brief fling we all forget when Jack and Mel return, one thing's for sure, we're living in the golden age of small-town romance shows. And honestly, I'm not complaining. This has been Sophia with Breakdown Epic, reminding you, never trust Netflix release dates, always keep tissues nearby, and yes, cowboy boots are officially sexy again. Until next time, stay dramatic, stay curious, and don't let Netflix gaslight you into thinking one romance is ever enough.